I mean, in golf terms, that's definitely. I mean, that's still in the learning stages,
It's
right?
basically 3 years out of college, and you have to give yourself a chance to get acclimated to what it's like to be out there on your own. He moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, and he's pretty much been on his own the last couple of years while he's always been playing on this tour. With the support of his family and a lot of the members at Country Club in New Bedford who have been very, very supportive of his career.
Now, Ed, does he ever, as I do when I play golf, does he ever whiff several times on a tee shot and then throw the driver into the woods?
That is exactly what's holding him back. I mean, it's these temper outbursts.
It's the whiffing.
No.
Now, do you get charged a stroke when you whiff? No, because it would be considered a warm-up shot, right?
Well, I think you might have to call a shot on yourself.
What?
Because golfers
wait a
are
minute.
pretty honest.
All right, but okay, you get up to the tee, right? Now these guys, they take their tee, they'll do a few practice swings.
Right.
So
But
if I'm
not
golfing,
not after you address the ball, though.
oh no, I'm talking about whiffs, Ed. When I play golf, last time I played golf, I'll go up there, I stand over my tee shot, I line it up, I rear it back, whiff. I try it again,
Keep
whiff.
your head down.
Are you trying to hit the ball?
I am attempting to hit the ball,
And if you miss it, that's a stroke.
but how?
I play the 3 strikes and you're out rule. That's the way I do it.
Wow.
I get 3 shots, and if I don't get it in 3, then I'll cost myself a stroke.
The last time I played golf was with Mick, who we were with earlier, and I just picked up my ball after the 5th hole and just drove him around the rest of the time
Nice.
because
That's the way to do it. And I do have one question, getting back to the Kevin Silva.
You want to talk about something that's not my golf swing.
Yeah,
So you're saying that
but
perhaps
this kind of relates to you because
that maybe our listeners aren't
we're
interested
going
in
to
my
prove
golf
you're
swing.
not too old to make the cut.
If anyone wants to see my golf swing, they can go on YouTube and just type in my name and
Dorfon
we
Golf.
did a video.
Wow.
We did a video hole of the week a couple of years ago.
We should bring that back.
Ed, self-promo. I love it.
And my nephews have been known to go onto YouTube and watch me play golf and have a good laugh. So
we should bring that back. We can. We have the technology.
We should.
We have the technology. It's incredible.
Do you think that we've seen a lot of these young players? Obviously, we'll start with Tiger Woods, and then you go into Sergio. A lot of these guys that have been coming up over the last few years. Have we kind of lost sight of the fact that it is a process to become a pro golfer, that not everybody's going to be a 19-year-old phenom or 15-year-old phenom?
Absolutely. That's why there are so many different levels that you have to play at. You have to start at the high school level. You have to play in college when you can. You have to play in tournaments whenever you can. And the fact that a couple of these kids come out of the woodwork like they have is against the odds, because there are so many good young players out there. And the difference between making it and not making it is maybe 1 or 2 shots around, maybe 1 putt here or there. It's just very, very competitive.
Or in my case, 18 holes.
Yeah. Well, if I could play just 9, I've got it down for 9 holes. 9 holes, I could be very, very competitive on the PGA Tour.
Would you just get tired on the back 9, or do you just have to pick which 9 you're gonna choose?
Are you saying you're 9? What's your best score for 9?
For 9, I think it was 40.
Tim, do you have a best score?
72.
That's
for
9.
My best score on I actually, but I think it was at one point I put it together to the point where I shot a 65, and to me
for 9.
Now, but that included a few whiffs, though. That didn't. I wasn't
You
counting.
didn't count the whiffs?
I wasn't counting whiffs.
My only good golfing experience was I was playing Little Harbor, a local course here, and I screwed up every hole royally. I'm talking 6s. Like, if this was mini golf, they would have asked me to return my ball because somebody else was waiting behind me. But then the hardest hole of the course, I parred it. And I was like, you know what? Put the club down. Now is a good time to retire.
That was really your last golf?
Well, I just haven't had the time. I keep a driver in my trunk, always hoping that I'm going to at least get to the range. But
Ed, if you're a guy like me who's bad at golf,
well, I'm bad at golf too.
Well, but okay, there's bad. There's I'm not that good, and there's I can't strike the ball. Okay. I mean, where would you suggest? I know it's tough to pick one area course, but is there an area course that's best for a guy who's really a beginner who wants to have fun, drive around in a cart and
I recommend the Back 9 Club in Lakeville.
Okay.
It's a par 3 course. Great course.
So it's all shorties?
Yeah.
Do you not use your driver at all?
You don't have to.
That sounds fun.
It's short par 3s for the whole thing. I think maybe a couple of the holes are in between par 3 and par 4, maybe 3.5.
So par is 27.
Yeah.
So what would
Basically.
Tiger Woods shoot at the back nine?
A 9.
Well,
9 holes in
you
one.
probably shoot about 52
Really?
for 18 holes.
Well, for 18. Really, he could shoot a 52?
Yeah, I think so.
That's great.
I
I
mean-
like Tiger
But they,
Woods.
I mean,
Probably less than that.
the owners of the course too, they've done a really good job.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You know, because I happen to know people that live like right on the course, and they've really done a great job. Taking it out of its reputation of what happened to the former owner, but just making it an accessible club for everybody
the
in the
course
area.
was in horrible shape when they took over because it had been neglected for a couple of
Well,
years.
and then not only that, but the news story that was attached to it as well.
Yes, it's a little bit of a stigma there,
Mhm.
but they've come in. They brought in one of the better greenskeepers from Reservation Golf Course down in Mattapoisett, came in to help with their greens, and the fairways are always in great shape. They did a great job getting it back into shape, and it's a fun course to play. You can play it in 2.5, 3 hours.
What's the most challenging local course?
The most challenging local course right now, I think, is Acushnet River Valley or LeBaron Hills in Lakeville.
And does that include the private courses?
Yeah. Wouldn't know about Catanzit since they were the only course that wouldn't let us play a whole of the week.
Not even one?
We'll fix that.
No, not even. They wouldn't even let
We'll
us in.
fix that. How are you good at golfing at night? Can you play in the dark?
Yeah, couldn't you just sneak on?
Yeah, I've done that in the past. I have snuck on at some courses. I used to play with a friend in high school, and I don't think we ever paid for any golf.
What's the statute of limitations
Yeah.
on free golf?
Local golf writer busted for teen misdeeds. What would you expect to pay at the back nine? Do they have carts or no?
Yeah.
What would you pay for?
They're
what's the
one of
average?
they're one of the cheaper courses around. Cheaper courses around there. I think it's I think you can play 18 holes for $18.
Yeah,
Not including the cart?
No, I think the cart would be extra.
I know that
I like the carts.
Little Harbor and Wareham. This is a few years back.
Well,
but
that's another good par 3 course.
And they did a special where if you went after like 3:00 in the afternoon,
Yeah.
you could get your 9 holes in a cart for it was under $20. And Little Marion is another one where it's a 9-hole course. They don't have carts, but it's cheap. I mean, you can go. I think it's like $11 if you go like after 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And that's when a guy like me, who's not a good golfer, that's when I would go because the more competitive guys go early because they might play 18, they might play 36. So I can go later on and get my work in and take my time.
That's part of the reason
and
why
save money.
I never play on weekends
Yeah.
because the courses are always jammed,
Mhm.
and I'm just not good enough.
They always say either get up and go at 6 a.m. or get up and go at 6 p.m. One of the
Yeah.
two.
Afternoon golf, there's nothing wrong with it. I played in a league up in Rhode Island. It was a 4:30 p.m. league, and some of the best golf I ever had.
Well, I think on that note, Ed, on your successful golf past,
My best overall score in 82.
congratulations.
At Guam Hunt in East Providence.
They
I made
still
4 pars, 2 birdies, and I left a hole in one row away from going in.
and never the twain shall meet.
But then again,
Have never broken 90 since.
but you have to stay away from Wii golf.
Yes, have to
No.
stay away from the wee golf. Very dangerous on the shoulder.
Well, I'd like to thank Ed for joining us here. Not that he's a guest; he's a part of the family here. We're all family here at the South Coast Sports Zone. That was
It's nice. I should have had you do the
that was
voiceover.
me doing it. Tim, as always, every time we do one of these podcasts, I mean, this is our first one, so I mean, they've all been great. I'd like to thank Laurie Loss and Mick Calagio, and I think we're going to go out with some more music or
Well, just let's put a little note out there to all the listeners too.
a
that-
note. Sure.
Yeah, you'll be able to get these podcasts through iTunes, through Zune Marketplace,
Okay.
anywhere where you can find a podcast. They'll easily be downloadable and transferable to your MP3 player, so you can take them with you. You can also stream them right on the web, so you'll be able to listen to them that way. The video podcast will be up as well. So we want to make sure that we make this as accessible to everybody,
Right.
as interactive. We want them to email us, of course, if they have any questions or ideas.
As
sports@s-t.com.
that sounds good. Or you could give us a phone call at 1-800-WE-ARE-AWESOME. That will get you right through to us because that's just the facts of
That's
that.
the way it works.
So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.